So, if we destroy that Zohar thing, everything will be over, right? Yes. The source of our ether powers and the source of the power for the generators that make our gears work. It all comes from the Zohar modifier engine, which can control any potential phenomena. If we destroy it, Deus and the Seraph Angels will all be deactivated. And then we should also be able to free Ellie, who has become bound to Deus' weapon system as Miang. Right, Faye? Yep, that's what the Wave Existence said. Then there's the downside. It'll also mean that we will no longer be able to use our gears or ether powers anymore. What are those Seraph Angels all about anyway? That odd appearance as if they lack something. As if they're neither living beings nor mere weapons. Zohar senses the human conscious and incarnates the Seraphs. Human consciousness? Zohar itself involves the principle of uncertainty. The observer's perception of the Zohar determines the entity it actually becomes. In other words, I believe that those angels are incarnations of the spirits of people. The people who have been absorbed by Deus to become parts of it. What merit is there for them to gain in eliminating all of civilization? Is there some kind of hatred for those humans who have survived? Of course not. Those people who were created and assimilated parts of Deus would not have such intentions. Try to remember what Ellie, when she became Miang, said. The creations of God will someday be a hindrance. That is why they must be eliminated. Yes, that's why Merkaba is being used to begin the destruction. But Deus is not following its programming of exterminating all of civilization. The Seraphs, which are terminal interface weapons of Deus, are using their bodies composed of nanomachines to absorb massive numbers of people, regardless of whether they are alive or dead. It is not discriminating between mutant and non-mutant people. It's highly peculiar. The fact that the people who are meant to be destroyed are being taken in as well, that is the absolute opposite of what it's supposed to be doing. Maybe there aren't enough parts? That is unlikely. Aside from those bodies that were destined to be parts for it, Deus, who has already acquired the abilities of nanomachines, can just use about any material to construct its body. And it is obvious it has other intentions in mind. Those intentions, Krelian called Deus the Mother. If God is the Mother, then those motives are coming from the Great Mother, impeding the growth of its child, enveloping it to bring the child back to the womb to become one with it. That is the motive. Such a program does not exist within its design, though. It was probably given this unique will by someone, either from Ellie, who has merged with Deus, or... Either way, it doesn't change the fact that we have to fight. Regardless of what their intentions are, the problem is we're supposed to deal with them. Or how we're supposed to deal with them. You think we can do it with our current state? This secret battleship, Excalibur, will also take part in the final battle. Additionally, the military potential of all surface forces will assemble here. Even if we can put together a massive force, we still have the problem with the main armament of the Merkaba. We need to know how to take that out. As long as we don't do that... Merkaba's ultra-long-range cannon has the same ability to vaporize any substance. On top of that, they have a barrier around their perimeter that nullifies all attacks. We fought against the Merkaba many times to try and stop its onslaught, although we cannot even get close. Hence, we have had to withdraw every time. Damn it! No matter how much we want to save Ellie, if we can't get inside the Merkaba, it's meaningless. In addition to that, there's the problem of those Seraphs. They function as the terminal interface weapons for close defense. I can easily say that their attack power is equivalent to the Omni-Gear class. They even have the regenerative ability due to the nanomachines. Don't be concerned about that. I was able to obtain some data from Xenogears. You see, Xenogears has mutagenically evolved due to its contact with Zohar. Using that data, all your new gears ought to be completed soon. Additionally, all other weapons and armaments are being modified to implement the disassembler device. Disassembler device? In contrast to the nanoassemblers, which create matter to repair with, the disassemblers have the ability to dismantle or destroy matter. They can even deactivate the nanomachine's restoring ability by disengaging their repair programs. That should That should be sufficiently effective even against the Deus Seraphs. Alright, even if we deal with the angels, just how are we going to deal with that Merkaba? We can't get close to the thing. There is no such thing as a perfect defense. There is a way. Look over here. Merkava's gun requires a 1.2 second interval to reload because of its tremendous output. Upon firing, although it is only sectional, there will be a portion of the barrier that will be opened. There is a 1.87 second delay before the barrier reforms in that area. If we can use this window of time to target and destroy that cannon, it will be possible to close in on it. If we can get close enough, we can break through with the gravitational spatial correction. Well, this is the rough idea. Unfortunately, we don't have such a long-range cannon that could acquire a target in such a brief frame of time. So what you're saying is we just need to shut that annoying cannon up, right? You want to go head-on into the Merkava? Now that you're being reckless again, that's suicide. Now listen, we're not just going to rush in. The Yggdrasil 4 and this Excalibur are equipped with barriers. That's what we'll use. Although only for a short time we can withstand a direct hit from Merkava's main cannon. Then we can close in and watch for that part of the barrier to go down and then destroy the cannon. How long will our barrier last? About 20 or so seconds. That's all. It wouldn't matter how fast we fly. No matter the time, we'll be without a barrier before we can get within firing range. And those numbers are valid only if the generator is at full drive, right? We can only get those numbers if we sacrifice all other output and propulsion. I'm not suggesting we go in with guns blazing, knowing we're going to lose. We're going to physically put a lid on it, directly. What part? As you've said, the Yggdrasil 4 or Excalibur's barrier can't sufficiently defend against Merkava's attack. At least with one generator, that is. Meaning we can defend against the Merkava with twice the amount of time, 40 seconds, if we couple the two generators together. This way we can make it into the heart of Merkava. Then what about the propulsion? Just hear me out. We've strapped some big fucking rockets to them. This is what we do. First we transform my Yggdrasil into heavy assault mode and load it onto the Excalibur so we can couple the generators. Oh god, this Excalibur is bigger than the Yggdrasil 4. By doing that, we can reduce the energy usage to just supporting the hull of the ship and generating the barrier. This will allow most of the energy to be devoted to generating the barrier. Next, shift the barrier to full front and focus it to a single point where their main cannon will make its strike. Now for movement. First off, we develop a barrier by engaging Excalibur's generator to maximum power. Propulsion during that time will install on the Yggdrasil those large solid rockets we got from the ruins of the Mass Driver. I was joking about strapping a rocket to it. I forgot about this. They really are going to strap rockets to it. When Excalibur's barrier expires, we'll use the Yggdrasil 4's generator to develop a barrier. Then we'll also detach the solid rockets and shift the Excalibur into conventional flight. Using this method, we can get right into Merkava's face. After it fires, it'll be defenseless. During this time, we'll block the muzzle of the Merkava's cannon with the Excalibur's bow ram. Upon which we should have 0.67 seconds. With the cannon fire of the Excalibur, we'll destroy the Yggdrasil 4's slave generator and incapacitate Merkava along the way. And then we break through. That's what the plan is all about. The combination of the barriers of both ships, storming the Merkava, the timing of the cannon fire of the Excalibur, these are all going to be crucial. As if any one of these, and the consequences are going to be severe. Hence, it'll be necessary to have both crews in sync with each other. That's why I'd like to place Sig in command of the Excalibur. I have no problems with that. What do you think, Queen? Will you lend us your battleship? Since there appears to be no other alternative, let's go with that plan. Please use it as you see fit. But are we not cutting it uncomfortably close? When you calculate the arrival time and the barrier generation time, you will see what I mean. One minor mishap will put us in a situation where we could run out of barrier power before our arrival. Also, we will be devoting both generators to keeping the barriers up. Won't that leave us without perimeter defenses? We wouldn't stand a chance if we got engaged by the Seraph Angels on our way to Merkava. We'll hold them off. You can count on us. You guys just concentrate on taking out that main cannon. Thanks. We're depending on you. Already, everyone else has been taken out. This is the only place that's left. This is going to be the true final battle. We set out to silence God's Ark, Merkava, which was the epitome of offense and defensive power, and then storm inside it. We initiated the operation to destroy Zohar. Oh man, I did not think this would be... Oh, I knew this would take a while. Didn't think this was going to be an hour, though. And there's Merkava. So oh my god, it's Bart piloting his thing, piloting a thing, piloting a thing. And we're blowing up the Yggdrasil 4. Yeah, so Bart's in his gear, which is piloting a giant gear, which is swinging the bow of a ship like a sword. This game just fully jumps the shark at this stage, but we are just fully committed. That can't be a secondary explosion. Oh no, I should have known better. What a miscalculation. The explosion was too big. It reacted with the main condenser right under the main cannon and induced a secondary explosion. How could I have been so stupid? You mean we overdid it? Why did I not realize it sooner? This means we might have... No, Ellie! Oh my gosh, Ellie. What is it this time? Hey, Citan, what more is gonna happen? Something is happening in the center of Merkava. What could it be? Nanomachines, son! So that's Merkava that we really didn't get to go in. At that time, the earth quaked and shook, and from the location where Merkaba crashed, a giant object appeared. It was Deus's final form. The Merkaba was merely its vessel. Deus evolved through the use of Corellian's nanomachines into a planetary-scale weapon it began terraforming. It was attempting to convert this entire planet into a weapon. We retreated back to the base at the snow plains to form a new strategy. We decided to go back into Deus. The time was running out for us.